Alright everyone, today I've had this lovely Lexus sc430 special edition and it's etched into the glass there. I think the edition refers to the wheels and the black interior and the nice purple fleck paint. It's a very nice car. I've been looking at it because it came in with no roof operation. Roof was closed and didn't operate as it should. Well, it didn't do anything. Made a noise, but no lights on the switch, unless you press the valet switch and then it lit up. But just no roof action whatsoever. I tried plugging TechStream in, but my adapter wouldn't read the roof ECU for some reason. I don't know why. I did suspect it might have been a faulty ECU, but it isn't. I took it out, checked for water damage, because that's apparently an issue on these. Nothing that I could, well, it's probably not water damage, it's probably leaky caps, but I've never seen one. But either way, it was fine. And then I went looking further and started checking a few other things. Couldn't really find anything wrong. And then I found on Google, I found a service bulletin that refers to 2002 models, which this is, whereby if you operate the trunk, boot, whichever you want to call it, while the roof is on operation, it'll go into a fault state and won't come out of it, unless you manually operate the roof through a cycle, which is what I did, and that's what fixed it. Love the interiors on these cars. So what I did to fix it was manually open and retract the roof. So what I'm going to do now is trigger a fault state, the same as what it came to me in, and then take you through a manual roof operation enough to fix the fault state. If I pop the boot, and then pull one of these, that's beeping at me. I don't know if you heard that. I think that'll probably do it, but just to make sure, I'll try pressing the button. There, we've got flashing light, no roof action. If I now shut this, I'm going to guess the roof doesn't work anymore. Oh, I'm a liar. Try that again. Okay, I can't get it to trigger again, but I'll take you through it anyway. Right, I've already popped this cap off, just need something sharp but not going to cut anything, and then you can get in here with just a T-handle. Slowly bring that round. There's a lot of resistance there, but you don't want to go too fast because it's turning gears as it goes. And you'll feel it come to a stop about somewhere there. Around about a turn, maybe a little bit more. The next steps are a little more tricky. If the boot won't open, trunk, there's a manual release under that carpet in there. It's just a little pull tab. But this one works, so I'm just going to press the button. Even that won't work now. Where's the key? There we go. Alright. This is where you could do with two people, so I'm going to get a tripod at least. Well, this is going to be a bit tricky, but the trick is going to be a couple of blocks to do it on your own. Just get 2 people, it's easier, but I'll do it this way because I'm on my own at the moment. You've got to release these tabs and then lift it. It's fairly decent resistance. And then as I go, I'm placing these wedges in so that I can do it one man. Hopefully the camera doesn't come over here. I have done this once already. That's good. Could do with better boot struts as well. That's not on my list of things to do. Set it, that'll do. It's nearly there now. Obviously this is less than ideal doing it this way, but if you're stuck, you're stuck. Right, that's that up. Once the back's up like that, check all the mechanism for any loose debris. I found a little panel plastic trim clip in there. I don't know if that was the original problem or not, but certainly want it to be out of there. But most likely your problem is some kind of obstruction or some kind of damage somewhere, so give it a good visual check over. But next I'm going to do the roof bit. So when you're doing this, obviously the front's released, but you won't be able to lift the front because there's pins that slide into the front, so you've got to lift it from here. Again, with 2 people ideally. This takes quite a bit of force. Don't lift it from the front like that. There's 2 main struts here. That's what's doing all the heavy work, so use them to move it, because that's how it's operated. The next bit is the tricky bit, getting this up. I had quite a bit of trouble getting this up the first time, so it's probably going to be the same now. I don't understand what method it's supposed to be. The service button doesn't really tell you much, it just says lift it, as they always do. You'll see that it says lift it from the sides here. Oh, it's gone now. I must have made it easier, it must have been stiff. But you need to jiggle it and work it, don't force it too hard, but it takes a lot of force to move that. You're only supposed to bring it up part way and then disconnect some cables that are down there. They're that thing there, one each side, different colours. You're supposed to disconnect them and then move it the rest of the way, but I found there was no real need. I think you'd need to do that if you wanted to put it fully down, but I'm not going to do that, I'll show you in a minute. The next step is to put the roof the rest of the way down. Just go slow, don't force it. And you can move around to the back when it gets so far, because it'll start moving on its own. And then just guide it the last bit home. And then the same with the boot trunk lid, just a little bit of force at the back. Excuse Evel Knievel there. That's the front down and that's that down. Now I didn't need to go any further than this. It's not quite down. This was enough to correct the fault and then for it to operate electronically again. You can get the rear piece down. This piece slides up, which brings those out, but you need to disconnect the cable in order for that to happen, I think. Now with any luck, the roof should shut again electronically. Action. And the beep finishes it. Lastly, don't forget to put the little cap back in. It's pretty tight. There you go. Job done. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.